Okay, from here, it gets better, I promise.
I'm Sean Plett. It gets better.
Don't lose hope. It gets better.
So it's never been all that hard for me. I think that I'm one of the outliers for a lot of LGBT youth, and so I can say that it's always gotten better for me. But the truth is that we as a society have somehow failed our youth, and we need to try a lot harder. But what I have learned is that the majority of people that I've encountered are beyond kind, and that human goodness is not going to will always help you. So it does get better, a lot, yeah. It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It definitely gets better.
It gets better.
I'm Mike Ferry. I came out 38 years ago, back in the bad old days, and I guarantee you, it gets better.
My name is Dakota, and I just want people to know that you're not alone. Unfortunately, bullying is a huge problem, especially when children are younger. But I just wanted to say that once you're out in the real world, people don't care about that petty drama back in high school. And just be yourself. Don't try to be someone that you're not. I've always said I want to be remembered for being me, and I'd rather be brave than be remembered as being a coward. So I just want people to know that it does get better.
It gets better. It gets better.
Believe me, it gets better. It gets better.
Coming from a place that didn't entirely accept me, myself, I know that it gets better. I've learned and I grew from being in middle school where nobody understood what being yourself was to now being in college and everyone knows it. Just don't give up. Don't let your life end. It does get better, I promise.
Hang in there.
It gets better.
It gets better.
I came out in 1985, and it definitely has got better. When I first came out, there was people that would come to the bars. They would try to beat us up as we leave. Now the whole community's out here celebrating and with us. When I was younger, when I came out, I didn't think that there would ever be marriage for everybody. And this June we celebrated marriage for everybody. And so it definitely gets better.
I grew up in a very non-supportive community, but I was lucky enough to grow up with a very supportive family and a bunch of supportive friends. And I just kind of accepted who I was, and I came out of the closet, and I was very much loved and supported by everyone in my life. So shine as bright as you can, because it gets better. It gets better.
It gets better. Trust me.
It gets better.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm 46, and it does get better. I came out when I was in college at the University of Northern Iowa. I was woohoo, Panthers! I was very fortunate to be surrounded by teachers, coaches, people who supported me. And as a kid growing up, I was bullied and had to deal with discrimination, but I came out, I'm proud, and hashtag it does get better.
Hi, I'm Penny, and I'm here to tell you it gets better. I am 50 years old, and I teach at the University of Northern Iowa. I have 3 kids that are the age of a lot of you people watching this. They are 23, 21, and 19, and at our house, we just don't give a And having taught at UNI for 27 years, I can tell you students these days don't anymore either. The world is getting better and better for gay and lesbian people because there's people like me who back in the 80s, back in the 90s, were out there advocating, and we really care about equality for all people. And when you get somewhere else out of your little hometown, you're going to find out it gets better. Hang in there.
When I was 12 years old, I never really knew who I was. I wouldn't fit in with any of the groups that middle schoolers told me to be in. In high school, it was worse. People would always push me in the hallways or call me names, but now that I'm out and proud, I know who I am and who I should be and where I belong. I have a beautiful girlfriend. She loves me, I love her, and she's what helps me get through my hard times. I've never been happier, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud to say that I am out and lesbian. My family has been also a strong rock for me. So just when you think you can never go on anymore, just trust me, it gets better.
So sometimes you think life gets rough and you don't want to hold in or it's hard, but no, you can do it. And you are better than the people that are putting you down. And you will survive and you will conquer. It does get better.
So I'm here to tell you that it does get better. I know that sometimes it doesn't seem like it, that there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Believe me, I've been there with different issues, but trust me, it does get better. Just talk to somebody, anybody, even if it's a random stranger. Believe me, it does get better.
I know we're supposed to say that it gets better, but I think it's important to understand that there are people in your life who won't support you. But when you come across those people, it's important to understand that those people in your life that do support you, those are the ones that care and those are the ones you should keep in your life, because we are people with agency and we can choose who to affiliate with. So if there's a person in your life that chooses not to understand you and love you for who you are, you shouldn't feel guilty for not wanting to associate with a person who doesn't support you. And in that manner, it does get better.
So here I am at Pridefest, and as an ally, I just want to let you know that it does get better. There's always going to be people that bring you down, but there's also always going to be people who bring you up, like me and everybody here. So when you're down, just know sometimes there's just nowhere to go but up, and there will always be people there to support you when you need it the most. So you're beautiful just the way you are. Love yourself. And it's gonna be okay.
It gets better.
It gets better.
My message is to tell the world, no matter who you are or who you love, it's okay. I'm a parent, a very proud parent of a gay son. It gets better.
It will get better. It gets better.
My name's Jay, short for Jennifer. Don't tell many people that though. About 20 years ago, I was put in a mental institution to try to get better from being gay. And I thought I was broken. I thought there was something very wrong with me. That's what my family had told me. That's what a lot of people had told me. And I spent a lot of years after that trying to fix what wasn't busted, to fix just who I was, and there was nothing to fix there. It wasn't broken. And I tried to give up multiple times. I thought I didn't want to be here anymore. And it does get better. You gotta knuckle through it, and you gotta find a way to make it work, because once it does get better, it just gets amazingly better. And you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Just be who you are, love who you are. And as soon as you do, you find that other people love you too. I now have a partner. I have 2 amazing kids. I've got them right here. This is my amazing, beautiful daughter, Sammy. And if I hadn't waited for it to get better, I would have never had this either. Thank you.
I'm Dave, and I grew up in Clear Lake, Iowa. And by the time I was in 4th grade, I realized I was different from all the other kids and didn't really understand it until puberty. Then I understood, and I was terrified. I was depressed and suicidal as a teenager and bullied. And I was miserable throughout my young adult life until I finally met some other gay people and came out and started realizing who I was and then finally enjoying life. So I guess I want to say to all the young people who may be going through what I went through, it does get better.
I'm from UNI and it gets better.
I'm from UNI and it gets better.
It gets better.
There will always be people that love and accept you. Don't let the haters get you down.
It does get better.
It gets better.
It gets better if the wind doesn't blow you away.
Hi out there. You know, it started back in '58 when I was born. It was so hard to tell anybody anything of what you might be, what you thought you would be. But things do change and it does get better. Just keep out there and keep slugging for it because it'll be there.
It gets better.
It gets better, and I love all of the people. It gets better.
It does get better.
Hello out there, Blackhawk County, Waterloo. It does get better. Keep up the fight.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better. I am a Cedar Falls High School counselor, and it gets better. Hi, I'm Susan Hill. I'm Linda McClory. It gets better. It gets way better.
It gets better.
So no matter what anyone tells you or what you may think, you are absolutely perfect just how you are. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you, and it will get better.
I want you to all know that it gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better, or in my case, it's been pretty good. I have good parents, but I know people are getting better because my little sister took about 5 seconds to absorb who I was and then accept it and move on. And I think that as that generation goes, it's going to take even less time until it's not even something they have to think about. So it gets better. It's going to get better for everybody.
It gets better.
It gets better. Yeah.
It gets better when people believe in equality. It gets better when people believe in sexual choice. It gets better when people believe in each other. And it gets better when people believe that love conquers all. That's all I have.
My name is John. This is Kristen, her daughter Nina, and Chris's boyfriend Chris. These are my closest, best friends. They've seen me through a tremendous life that they're a part of. And what makes it so special is that I happen to be the gay one. And they just are here in support of letting people live their life and helping them be the best that they can be through that experience. And it's a wonderful treat to be here with them. So everybody all at once say, it gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better. Thank you.